big event coming up at the Bridgeview.
I missed it.
Hi, it's Julia, the producer of the Body Mind Beauty Expo. It's the ultimate upscale healthy living Girls Night Out, sponsored by Whole Foods, Bare Essentials Cosmetics, and Natural Awakenings magazine, the #1 healthy magazine on Long Island that I also publish monthly. You can expect to find 60+ exhibits on natural health, beauty, spas. There's free presentations including yoga classes, Pilates classes, demonstrations on how to prepare the healthiest food for you and your family. It's a fantastic and fun girls' night out, but it's also welcome to children and men.
Julia, talk about the event. It goes from 3 to 10, and talk about how successful it's been in the past and why you think this year it might be the best of all.
In addition to having the Body Mind Beauty Expo on Long Island twice a year, I also produce it in New York City, and we've had sponsors such as Whole Foods, but this year we're looking forward to it even more so because Bare Essentials Cosmetics, the #1 mineral-based makeup company in the industry, is one of our sponsors, and there's going to be tons of goodie bags and healthy food available all for free.
That's great. All right, let's give it up for Julia. It looks like a great event. All right. So all the beautiful women in Long Beach and Island Park and Rockville Center, they should be there. Isn't that right, Julia?
If you're the most beautiful, come on down. We can't wait to meet you.
All right, let's give it up for Julia. All right. And now, I trust this. This is a fact. There is nobody in Long Beach that knows hockey more than our Tracy Lynn. Let's give it up for Tracy Lynn and the hockey spin. The Rangers are in trouble, Tracy. Can they dig themselves out of it?
Well, thanks, Howie. First, I want to say that your Boston Bruins did tie the score 3-3 at the end of the second period. Montreal still leading that series 2-1, but quickly into the hockey report, I want to say congratulations to New York Islander forward Michael Grabner. He's been nominated for Rookie of the Year. The last Islander to win the Calder Trophy was defenseman Brian Berard back in 1997. And if Grabner does win the Rookie of the Year this year, he will be the first player in history to win Rookie of the Year after being claimed off of waivers. He had an amazing season, and good luck to him, and I hope he gets it. All right, now into the playoffs. As Howie said, our Rangers sure are in a lot of trouble. They're down 3-1 to the Washington Capitals after blowing a 3-0 lead in the third period last night. They lost in double overtime by a score of 4-3. I like the Rangers in this series, but unfortunately their offense just hasn't been good enough. Marian Gaborik got his first goal in 13 games, but he really needs to become the offensive threat that he should be. Washington, I said, leads the series 3-1. Game 5 is Saturday afternoon down in Washington, D.C., and let's see if the Rangers can't make a go of this. Personally, it doesn't look very good. All right, now we have the Philly-Buffalo series. Ryan Miller is easily the best saver in the series. He made some great saves last night, and the 1-0 win over the Flyers. This series is tied at 2. The Flyers needed to get it together. They played great and horribly, all in the same game, sometimes on the same shift. It's really crazy. Boston, Montreal, as I just said. Montreal went into Boston, and they took the first 2 games right away from the Bruins. Boston's trying to tie the series tonight, and they tied it up 3-3 at the end of the second period, and that should be an interesting one. I still do like Boston in this series, although Montreal's putting up a great fight. Pittsburgh, Tampa Bay. Pittsburgh is really hanging in there without their superstars Crosby and Malkin. Tampa Bay hasn't been able to get things done, and a few of the Penguins' goals are actually just because Wayne Rolson misplayed the puck a couple of times. Pittsburgh is leading that series 2-1. Out west, Vancouver, Chicago. This series I thought was going to go to 7. Vancouver came very close to sweeping Chicago last night. However, Chicago came back and beat Vancouver by a score of 7-2. They had an offensive explosion, but let's see if they have enough goals saved up to make a comeback from 3 games down. It's only happened 3 times in NHL history, and Vancouver's going to look to close out that series tonight. San Jose, LA. Los Angeles is on average the youngest team in the playoffs this year, but they came out ready to play like veterans. They're putting up an amazing fight against the Sharks, but they did have a massive collapse in Game 3 with the Sharks coming back from a 4-goal deficit in the second period and winning it in overtime. This could be a major turning point in the series, and it'll be interesting to see how the Young Kings respond. The Sharks lead this series 2-1, and Game 4 is tonight in Los Angeles. Nashville, Anaheim, as expected, very even series, tied up at 2. They're pretty much the same team. I select Nashville. Detroit swept Phoenix. I will never again doubt the Red Wings. They're one of the best managed teams in any sport. They have depth, and they always find a way to win. They completed the sweep last night, and they're going to have a nice long rest while waiting for the next opponent. Gives them time to recuperate and get healthy. And historically, teams with shorter first rounds in the playoffs go the farthest overall. And Detroit is the first team to advance to the second round. And that's your playoff update with the Hockey Spoon with Tracy Lynn. And I'll see you Tuesday with more playoff news. Back to you, Howie.
All right, thanks. Great job, Tracy Lynn. All right, we're going inside.